guys, this is your boy Cali VG, brand new video. It's about that time again. It's like Christmas for me. Week 1, time to put in these week 1 picks, and it's been a long time, so I'm kind of glad I'm doing this right now. First game, obviously tonight, you got the Kansas City Chiefs playing the New England Patriots in New England. Thursday night game, 8:30, 5:30 West Coast time, so I gotta go with the Patriots. You know, they're probably gonna set the tone. There's no obvious question. So Patriots by, I'll probably say like 14 or so. They're gonna give you cushion. No problem with that. Sunday games, you got the Jets going into Buffalo playing the Bills. Now Tyrod Taylor's still playing. We don't know as far as how offensively, with Jordan Matthews in the mix, how they can really capitalize. So I'm probably, God, that's a tough one too. Damn, I really had to think about that. No, I'm gonna go with the Jets, just because. Next game, we got the Jaguars going to Houston playing the Texans. Now, we don't know for sure if they're still gonna play due to Hurricane Irma, everything that's been going on outside of football lately. I would still say that Houston probably will win this one. This is going to be an emotional game. It's for the fans. So I definitely say Texans are going to win big on this one. Next one, we got the Steelers going into Cleveland to play the Browns. So pretty much it's the return of Joe Hayden, because the Browns did cut him, and then he signs with the Steelers on the same day. So Steelers wipe out clean Cleveland, no question about it. Next one, we got the Cardinals going to Detroit to play the Lions. Cardinals were a struggling team last year. You know, are they really going to bounce back this year? If anything, maybe the defense will carry them over to certain games this year. So I'm probably going to give the Cardinals a slight chance over Detroit, because sometimes Detroit, they'll give you a run for your money in a betting type of scenario. But they have won games which they should have lost, but I wouldn't be surprised at that either. So I think Arizona would edge them in this one. Tampa Bay, Miami, no game there due to the hurricane situation, so they're not going to play until week 11. So by default, both these teams got an off bye week. Next one, we got the Falcons taking the Bears in Chicago. I think Atlanta's probably want to make a statement too that we're not some kind of choke team in the Super Bowl, even though that was their first appearance back in February. So a lot of changes with this team. They hired Steve Sarkisian as their offensive coordinator. We don't know as far as how they're going to play out offensively behind him. So I still think that Atlanta's probably going to win this game. Next, you got the Raiders taking on the Titans in Nashville. This is probably going to be an interesting game. I feel like this is going to be a shootout. You know, return of Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota from both torn ACLs. So I think that I would like to see Oakland win this game, but yeah, that's kind of tough. I think Tennessee by a field goal, because I think this is going to be a really, really good game. So don't be surprised if it's a shootout. We got the Ravens going into Cincinnati to play the Bengals. Not really of a surprise. You know, Flacco's going to play. You know, I might put Baltimore over Cincy. I think it's going to be a close one also. But don't be surprised if Cincinnati's trying to rally up in the second half of this game. So they're kind of famous for that. But I still get the edge to Baltimore. So my game, Eagles in DC against the Redskins. Now, we all have known the last 2 seasons that the Redskins have had our number. As much as I don't want to admit that, I feel like this is a turnaround now. Offensively, we don't know how they're going to play. They don't really have like a big time receivers besides Terrell Pryor, which they signed this offseason, and Jordan Reed as their tight end security blanket. Defensively, don't really know. So it could go either way. I know a lot of people were like, well, we need to. This is an expectation game because the Eagles did so many offseason moves, you know. And I'm still going to ride for my team regardless if they win or lose. But they better win this damn game. So I'm going to say us, but don't be surprised if the Redskins, we're trying to like make a push, but I still feel like we still have to make a statement. I feel like this is going to be the game where we're not going to get swept by the Redskins no more. Got a good feeling. Got a good feeling. Colts playing the Rams in LA. I'm going to give it to the Rams. First home opener. I feel like this is going to be like a trap game for the Colts because they're not really going to produce offensively. So, what can you say? And plus, Sammy Watkins is probably going to be in full health. I don't know if he's going to play that game or not, so gotta keep that up to date come Sunday morning. 49ers going to San Francisco to play the 49ers. This is probably a good one. This is probably a surprising game, which you have Carolina a 5.5 point favorite. Now, I'm not going to say that the 49ers are going to do something this year, but I feel like they're probably going to win some games. Surprisingly, 2 or 3 more games. So, I still feel like Carolina will probably win this one. But don't be surprised if the 49ers are trying to pull an upset either. But I still got to get the edge to Carolina though. Seahawks, Packers. It's always been good games between them two teams these last 2-3 years. I gotta have to give it up to Green Bay though. They play it smooth, and this is at home too, so you know this is gonna be a tough game to play in for Seattle. So I gotta go with Green Bay. Sunday Night Football, you got the Giants and the Cowboys, which I already made my statement on social media. The Cowboys are going to go 0-3, even if Zeke was in the mix and they're playing fully strong, healthy-wise. The Giants have always had the Cowboys number. I don't care if people be like, well, they can't beat us in Dallas, or this is our regime now because we went 13-3 last year. You cannot compare a one-year success to the 94, 95, or 96 Cowboys. Like, that's just not even arguable. I'm sorry. You can't even argue with me with that. Cowboy fans know it, but yet you can't tell them nothing because they're so high up on their horse. So, Giants going to win this game. Cowboys going to go 0-1. Bet me. What else is new? Monday Night Football, we got a doubleheader. We got the Saints taking on the Vikings. The return of Adrian Peterson in a Saints uniform. I know he came out early and said that, you know, he wants to stick it to the Vikings organization. But I feel like Minnesota's probably going to get the last laugh. So I'm going to go with Minnesota on that one. And then you got the Chargers going into Denver to play the Broncos. Easy. Denver, I feel that their defense is going to praise this game. I feel like they're going to make some points off of turnovers. Phillip Rivers, he might have some weapons or two, but they're not going to win this game because defensively they suck. So Denver with the dub. So any comments for my picks this weekend, you know, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section. So it's your boy BG, and I will be at the game this Sunday. FedEx Field, Eagles against Skins. So this is going to be exciting. So I'll see you guys there.